Today is Thursday, May 20th. My name is Jennifer Heidinga, and this is Wilderness Wanderings. Today our text comes from Hebrews 9. There remains then a Sabbath rest for the people of God. For anyone who enters God's rest also rests from their works, just as God did from his. Let us therefore make every effort to enter that rest, so that no one will perish by following their example of disobedience. Hebrews 9 verses 9 through 11. Today I want to focus on Christ as our Sabbath rest. The origin of Sabbath goes back to creation, when after creating the heavens and the earth in 6 days, God rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made in Genesis 2:2. God's rest wasn't because he was tired. God rested in the sense that he stopped what he was doing and ceased from his labors. In Exodus 20 verses 8 through 11 and Deuteronomy 5 verses 12 through 15, God gave the Israelites the fourth commandment, that they were to remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. 1 day a week they were to rest from their labors and also give the same Sabbath rest to their servants and their animals. This Old Testament Sabbath symbolized the coming of the Messiah, who would provide a permanent rest for his people. Under the Old Testament law, the Jews were constantly laboring under a list of to-dos and don'ts to make themselves acceptable to God. And thus, too, the need for sin offerings and sacrifices in order to come to God for forgiveness and to temporarily restore fellowship with him. But there is a continual need for offerings and sacrifices, because the law can never, by the same sacrifices repeated endlessly year after year, make perfect those who draw near to worship. That from Hebrews 10:1. But these offerings were offered in anticipation of the ultimate sacrifice of Christ on the cross, who, after he had offered one sacrifice for sins forever, sat down on the right hand of God. Hebrews 10:12. Jesus sat down and rested after performing the ultimate sacrifice because there was nothing more to be done. His cry, "It is finished," from the cross was his cry of victory over sin, over death, and the works of the law. Jesus was sent so that we might rest in God and in what he has provided us. God's Sabbath day is a holy day unto the Lord. Christ is the perfect symbol of our Sabbath rest. The holy, perfect Son of God sanctifies and makes holy all who believe in him. The writer of Hebrews exhorts his readers to enter into the Sabbath rest provided by Christ and pleads with them not to harden their hearts against Jesus as the Israelites had hardened their hearts in the wilderness after their deliverance from the Egyptians. Because of their unbelief, God had denied that generation access to the promised land, saying, "They shall not enter into my rest," in Hebrews 3:11. In the same way, the writer of Hebrews asks his readers not to make the same mistake by rejecting God's Sabbath rest in Jesus Christ. Only Jesus satisfies the requirements of the law. As our great high priest, Jesus has made the old system and the old covenant obsolete. Hebrews 8:13. There is no other Sabbath rest besides Jesus. He is the Lord of the Sabbath. Matthew 12:18. On Monday, I will look at our Sabbath response to the sanctifying work he has done. But for today, I want to leave you with these words from Jesus, inviting us into the rest of God. From Matthew 11:28-30. Come to me, all of you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, because I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. As you journey on, may the peace of the Lord Christ go with you, wherever he may send you. May he guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May he bring you home rejoicing at the wonders he has shown you. May he bring you home rejoicing once again into our doors.
test, test.